Hey everyone, it's Chrissy Woods. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I created this bridal look utilizing my Missy Lynn palette. So please continue to watch. 105 is the number. So we're going to start off by priming our eyes with our Urban Decay Primer Potion. Next, I'm going to grab my MAC paint pot in the shade Soft Ochre. This is going to mute out any color and give us a blank canvas to work with. Next, for my transition color, I'm using MAC Cosmetics Texture and Saddle. These are both eyeshadows from MAC, and I think they act as a really good transitional color. So now we're going to pick up our Missy Lynn BH Cosmetics palette. I'll leave a link below where you can get this palette from. And we're going to go in with this beautiful purple, and we're going to go about a ½ millimeter below where we place the texture and the saddle, and we're going to go in the crease area. This is a beautiful, beautiful shade of purple, and as you can see, I'm using a blending brush. I think this one is from Sigma, and we're just going to go in and blend in that purple color that I showed you. So now with that same palette, we're going to grab that deeper purple color and we're going to place that color in the outer V. And as you all already know, it's just going to add some depth and dimension to the look. The more I look, the more I find the reasons why. So now from the palette, we're going to go in with that cream or off-white color, and using a flat brush, we're going to place that on the lid. This is just a beautiful color for your lid, so don't be afraid of this color. Go ahead and apply it. It looks beautiful. So I just went back in and added a little bit more of my crease color or my transitional color, and I did go a little heavy, but I'll blend that out later. And I'm also going to deepen the outer V area a little bit more with that dark purple. And now I'm just taking a wet wipe to clean up underneath the eyes from where I had some fallout. Next, I'm just going to grab a black pencil and line my upper lash line. And you can use any kind of black pencil. And with that same brush that I used earlier, not adding any more product, I'm going in and I'm going to place some of that deeper purple on the lower lash line. If you want to add a little bit more product, you can, but you want just a light wash of color for this look. So now I'm just popping on some lashes, and you want a natural lash. This is the Ardell Demi Wispy Lash, one of my favorite go-to lashes, and I'm using the Duo Lash Adhesive to apply the lashes. Blend out that transition in my brow bone area, I'm just going to use some of my mineralized skin finish. It's the same tone as my skin, and as you can see, it blends in beautifully. You don't see that harsh line. Now, as always, I'm just using my Maybelline Fit Me concealer just to conceal some of my under eye darkness, and I am placing this concealer underneath my foundation. I like to do this because it gives me that extra barrier to conceal that darker area. So for foundation, I'm applying my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I'm in the shade, I think it's Macao, M-A-C-A-O, and I'm just using an e.l.f. stippling brush. And to highlight, I'm using LA Girl Cosmetics, and I'm using the shade Fawn. I want a little brighter highlight today, and I'm using that same stippling brush to blend out that under eye concealer. To set the under eye concealer, I'm using my Sasha Cosmetics translucent powder in the shade Buttercup, and I'm applying it with a wedge sponge. When I think of all the years I want to be with you. Now to contour, I'm actually using the AJ Crimson foundation to contour with, and this is number 7, and I'm just going to apply it around the hollows of my cheeks. I'm also going to apply that around my forehead, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush to blend all of that out. You'll see me later contour my nose, but I'm going to use a powder for that. This is a cream foundation, but I do like the way it gives me a natural contour. To contour my nose, I'm just using a brush, and I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour powder, and this is in the shade Carob, and I'm going to take that and contour down the sides of my nose just to give it a more defined and slimmer look. Now I'm just adding a little bit of highlighting powder down the bridge of my nose just to bring it out just a bit. And I'm going back in with that same brush that I used to blend out the contour of my cheeks, and I'm blending out the contour of my nose. And I'm using a fan brush to apply some highlighting powder, and I am using the highlighting powders from the Missy Lynn palette as well. So to make those lower lashes pop out, we're going to add a coat of mascara to the lower lash line. You can use any mascara, but I'm using the Scandalized by Rimmel. So on your wedding day, it should be all about the glam. To accentuate those eyes even more, we're going to go in with some of that highlighting powder from the Missy Lynn palette and place it in the inner tear duct of your eye. So for the blush, I'm using a MAC Cosmetics blush. This is in the shade Peaches. It's a beautiful peach tone blush. Okay, so on your wedding day for your lips, I tend to always go with a neutral tone color because you know we have that wonderful part where you kiss the bride and you definitely don't want your groom wearing a bright red lip coming down the aisle. So I'm just using my Milani Nude Cream lipstick and a brown lip liner to create a very neutral yet beautiful flesh tone color. So I hope you all enjoyed the first look of my bridal series. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching. May God continue to bless you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks again. Bye.